Okay guys, so I've now hooked my GS10 up to my Behringer FCB 1010, which I'm actually selling as a separate auction. If you get one of these pedals yourself, all it is a MIDI controller. They work really well with the GS10. They take a little bit of setting up from scratch, but there are some editors available online you can use for that. My one's coming pre-configured. I'm going to sell them as a separate auction because I think they're useful for people using all sorts of MIDI stuff too. So anyway, I use it basically to run up the patches through the patches on the GS10. I'll just show you quickly some of the patches I've put together. I'm going to sell the GS10 with the patches I've put together. What I'd advise you to do is, the minute you get it, is connect it up using the USB cable and back up all those sounds onto your computer. I've changed the internal battery on the GS10 once in its life, but like all digital gear, every now and again that can go, and it's safest if you back it up on your computer just to make sure you've got your own patches for the future. There are something like 99 factory pre-configured patches that you can start with, and then you can assign those to your own patches where you want to put them. And like any guitar effects processor, obviously you want to batch them together where you can easily find them. I should just say I use it for acoustic guitar as well, and I use it with PA speakers, and that means you get the most phenomenal acoustic guitar amp alongside an electric guitar amp, which is really hard to achieve if you plug into a standard guitar amp or a standard acoustic guitar amp. They're one thing or the other. Whereas because this is modelling, it gives you the model sounds of the amplifiers, and you just want a flat response speaker, I would suggest. Sounds great with the guitar amp too, and you can configure it differently for that too. It's got a separate output mode for that. Anyway, enough of that. Let me just give you now some of the sounds I've put together. So the first one is a Roland jazz chorus type sound. And I'm playing it through the GS10's own speakers just so you can see they're working. There are these tiny little speakers on the front of the unit, but they actually sound alright. It's quite good for practicing. And it's stereo as well, so you get the full stereo effect. So you can hear it's quite clean. Okay, and then you know, we've got delay type sounds. It's got a whole range of stereo delays, mono delays, ping pong delays, tap tempo delays. You can really do any number of things with it. Just going through the sounds a bit more. This is slightly more jazzy sound. If that's what you want. If you want something like, it's a bit more like a crunchy Strat sound, here it is. And I configure it so that I can kick in louder version of the same. So here's the same one but a bit louder. And then you've got any number of kind of boogie type sounds. If you want that kind of infinite room sustain. Depends on your pickup selection as to how sharp it is. Now I've configured that with a lot of bass. It doesn't sound brilliant through the little inbuilt speakers. It sounds a lot better through a guitar amp. Then you've got any kind of all your rocky type sounds. Okay, and if you want stuff like wah-wahs, you can do that, but you need to have the pedal configured for that so you can get. yeah, you've got all any number of kind of modulation effects. Here's a sort of a sort of 70s funk phaser effect. I'm just going to turn it up a bit. Let's get it going a bit louder. Get the idea, and then even more dramatic versions of the same. It's got touch wahs and all this kind of stuff, and here's a little kind of funky wah. And then we've got things like Texas tremolo type sound. Tune this guitar. I should just say it's got a tuner as well, so if I press that button there, you can choose to have the sound on or off while you tune, and you've got a complete digital tuner built into the device, as you would expect. And we've got stuff like this kind of it does some tone modification, so I'm playing this with one sort of set of pickup configurations, but you can make it sound more like another. So here's a sort of hollow body. Oh sorry, that's a Les Paul one. Let me just find the right one. Here we go, honey, hollow. Okay, and then we've got crazy stuff like a sort of synth lead. And then we just start to get a little bit silly with feedback sound. Feedback at any level if that's what you desire, octaver sounds. Etc. And then we got all these kind of harmony type sounds. Here's a sort of harmony in A minor. It's intelligent harmonization. Joe Satriani on this sound. Sorry, wrong key. That's how it sounds. And then things like pedal bends, so you can go do all the kind of Steve Vai stuff, and pedals down and all that kind of stuff. And then we've got crazy stuff. If you want to sound like a great lead guitar player and not play it, just play single notes. You've got this. And then we get into the crazy stuff, Morpheus. If that's the kind of thing you like, or etc, etc. And so it goes on. I'll slice it up. What's that sound like? Hours and hours of fun to be had. Anyway, I think you get the idea. I hope you enjoy listening to this demo, and happy bidding. Thanks very much.